Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating this title slide for a pitch deck template in PowerPoint. Alright, let's get started. We're going to start with a blank slide. I already have PowerPoint open and I've created a new file. So let's go to shapes and I'm going to use a rectangle. I'm just going to click to insert. We're going to change the fill of this rectangle to black and go over to outline. We're going to select no outline. Right click on this rectangle. Let's go to shape format and make some modifications. So transparency of this rectangle is going to be 70. Let's change the height to, let's make it 30 and the width is going to be 13.5. Now I'm just going to bring this up a bit. Come over here to size and properties. Under size, expand size, go over to rotation and then change rotation to 30 degrees. I'm going to bring this shape somewhere around here. We may have to move this later on in the project, but if we don't need to, if we need to move it, we will. But for now, we're just going to have that there. Let's insert another shape. So go over to insert shapes. Once again, we're going to need a rectangle and I'm just going to click to enter. Let's go over to fill, select more fill options, and we are going to change this color to FF7A00, and we're going to have this really bright orange color and we are going to remove the outline. The height of this shape, let's make it 22 and the width is going to be 3.2. Once again, for this one, change the rotation to 30 degrees. I'm going to zoom out a bit and I'm going to bring this shape somewhere around here. Now I'm going to hold Control and then drag to create another copy of this shape. Let's go to rotate and we are going to, let's flip horizontal and I'm going to overlap these two shapes like this. Something like this. So we have them, that we have this sort of V shape. We're going to trim it so that it will look much better than it is now. So to do that, we're going to need a rectangle. So I'm going to go over to insert shapes and then I'm going to insert a rectangle and I'm just going to draw one here. I'm going to bring it here. We can start with any one. So we'll just pick the point where we know that these two, let me add an outline to this. Let's pick a color that I can see. So I want to see where these two shapes meet so that I can place this rectangle there. So I can just do this, let's say around here. You can get closer. Yeah, that looks fine. So just place it where you feel like the two of those rectangles will meet. I'm just going to go back to outline, select no outline. Select the shape, Ctrl D to duplicate and then overlap it with the first rectangle and just make sure they are aligned, at least their heights are aligned. Pick any one of these rectangles, then pick one of these other new rectangles. Under shape format, go to the merge options and subtract. Select the second one, then the rectangle. Select merge options and we are also going to subtract. I'm going to zoom out so that we can focus on this. You can select these two shapes. I think I'll prefer if they come down a bit more. So I'm just going to bring this to right around here. I'm keeping my eyes on the top of the rectangle so that we don't have part of the other side showing. So this position feels good to me. So I'm just going to go ahead to shape format and then I'm going to create a union with these two shapes. So it's just a single shape. Next up, we're going to insert a rectangle. So go over to insert shapes and then I'm going to insert this rectangle here. Go over to fill, change the fill to black and then remove the outline. Let's start with the width. We may have to change this, but for now, let's change the width to 8 and the height will be 6.9. Let's now go over to rotate and I'm going to flip vertical. Let's now align it to this shape. So the reason why I said we may have to change it is just in case, depending on what angle you're using, sometimes you may have to change this. So whenever I see a number or a value that doesn't work for you, just doing what you need to do to just make it okay. Because sometimes even when I'm creating the project, I may say one thing, and then when I'm actually recreating it, it may turn to something else. I'm going to select these two. It won't be possible to align them vertically. So I'm just going to come in between and then sort of eyeball it and then get these two shapes as close as possible. I want to leave very little space between these two. So here I just have this space, and for me, once again, that's fine. By the time I'm done, if I feel like I still have to move things around, I will, but for now, that's good enough. Let's now insert another rectangle. So let's go to shapes. I'm going to insert the same type of rectangle under basic shapes, and I'm just going to click to insert. I'm not going to change the fill, but I will remove the outline. So I'm going to change the height of this rectangle to 4.2, and the width is going to be 4.8. And I'm going to bring this very close to this one. I'm going to get closer because I want to bring it as close as possible to this shape. So we have very little space in between. Now I'm going to zoom out, and then I'm going to create another copy of this rectangle like this. Now what I did is hold Control and Shift. I should have said that, but hold Control and Shift to create another copy while keeping it aligned. Now I'm going to hold Control again and then create another copy. This one, go over to rotate, and we're going to flip vertical, and we want to have a similar spacing with what we have here to what we have here. So I'm just going to select all three, go over to align, and we're going to distribute horizontally. That way we have equal spacing across all of them. Now I'm going to select these two and then hold Control and Shift, create another set of copies, and with the help of PowerPoint, maintain equal spacing. Same thing with this. I'm going to do the same thing here. Try your best to maintain the same spacing you have, and I'm going to keep doing this. Let me see. I'm just going to create that spacing is not quite what I want. And I'm just going to, let's create two more. Once I'm done, I'll still just check, zoom out just to make sure. I'm going to select everything. Again, go to shape format. We're going to go to align, and we're going to distribute horizontally just to make sure we have equal spacing across all rectangles. And then I'm going to select all of them one more time. So I'll start from here so I can select all of them. And then we are going to duplicate this entire row of rectangles to create another row. So I'm going to, let me deselect this one. We may not need that first one. Hold Control and then bring another set of rectangles here, just like this. And I'm just going to zoom out, and yeah, that looks good enough. I just need one more to cover that spacing on this side, and that's what I'm going to do, and just bring one more. And we're going to have this array of rectangles for our projects. I'm sort of saying now, don't worry, I'm going to fix it in a moment. So I'm going to select this first two, go to shape format, align left, and yeah, there was a bit of space. And what I'm going to do with this one is simple. I'm going to move this one till it's very obvious that it's way too much to the left. Select these two, go to align, and then align right. Now what I can do is select this entire bottom row, just select all of it, and then go over to align. We're going to distribute horizontally. Now we should have equal spacing at least between the rectangles. Now we can go on to change the fill of these shapes. We're going to select this rectangle, or this triangle, sorry, this one, this, and I'll just select the rectangles I want to use. In case it's a bit confusing, you can wait until I'm done and then you can go ahead and do yours. So it may look a bit confusing, but I just selected some rectangles. So I'll go over to shape format and then I'll go over to union, and I'll just let me just change their let me just add in the fill. I want the fill for this group of rectangles to be um, a picture, so I can just change that so you can see which rectangles I selected. So I'm going to go to insert pictures and I'm going to use stock images, and I'm going to give this a moment to just load. And the image I want to use, I believe I can just find it by scrolling. Okay, that may take a bit too long. Let me just search for it. I'm going to search for building, and the image I want to use, um if it gets a bit difficult for me to find, I'll just stop recording. Then when I find it, I'm going to come back and show you what image I'm using. All right, it seems like I'm going to do a bit more scrolling to find it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording, find the image, but this is the same keyword that you're going to use that I have here. All right, this is the image I want to use. So just search for building. It may take a bit of scrolling, but this is the image I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and insert this image and then download it into my slide. Now I'm just going to bring this image over this rectangle, these triangles, and I'm going to just increase it. Let's say something like this. I can also bring it down just a bit. So I'm currently selected on the picture. Over in this picture format tab, go to the selection pane. So we'll have this group of shapes, but we have a freeform shape. So we've created two freeform shapes, 1 and 2. So just select the items that say freeform shapes to figure out which one you're owning. So depending on your project, it may be something different. So select, just try and locate the one. So for me, it's freeform shape 37. So I'm going to select the image first and then select the new shape. Go over to shape format, merge options, and we're going to use intersect. And I'm going to have this. I want to crop it, so I'll just go over here to crop. And if you feel like the way you orient your image isn't enough, you can always change it. So I just want to bring it down like this. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm just going to maybe even reduce it a little bit. All right, that looks better to me. So I'm just going to click on escape, and that is the fill. So based on these shapes I've selected, you can now go ahead and select those triangles and then create a union with those shapes. Now I'm going to select this rectangle, this triangle, this one, this. Let's select this one, and this one. Let's go over to shape formats, go over to fill, and we'll use that orange color. And whatever color is left, we can just change the color to the rest of the triangles. Oops, I think I mistakenly selected one of the orange ones. I'm going to select the rest of the triangles and I'm going to change their fill to black. And you can have this sort of checkered pattern with the image and triangles. It doesn't matter if it's not exact, no worries. We just want to create an effect where we have an image, we have multiple shapes, we have the same shape, and then we have different types of fill in those collection of shapes. I'm just going to scroll back up, and then our title and subtitle is going to come in this space. So now let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go over to insert. I'm going to grab a text box and I'm going to go to my notes. This text is going to be in the description box below, so you can go ahead and check that out. I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to paste. Select the entire text box. We're going to change the font to Montserrat. And I'm going to change the size to 60. I'm going to just increase it so we have our text, all our text on 3 lines like this. And I'm going to move this just like this. We're going to, let me move this to the right, so I'll just align it like this. I'm going to create a copy of this text box because we're going to use the same text. So hold Control and Shift to create another copy while also keeping it aligned. I'm going to change the size of this one to 20. And I'm going to come over to my notes and then I'll grab the accompanying text for our title and then I'm going to paste. I just want to move this text. Let me see a bit more. All right. So this is the title slide for our presentation. So our template. If you want to move things around, you can. In fact, I feel like I could move everything. So I'm just going to select everything and just move them down a bit. Once again, I can't move it too much because and there's going to be this, I don't want this cutoff to show. But anyway, that is it for our title slide. Let's now go ahead to animate, add a transition, and then also animate the some elements in our slide. Let's go over to transitions. We're going to use the wipe transition and I want it to be a bit slower. So we're going to make it the duration 2.25. Now go over to animations. We're going to start with this rectangle. So we're going to use the fade animation and go over to start. Start is going to be with previous and then duration is going to be 0.75. Let's select this rectangle. We're going to use the fade animation as well. Go over to start. Start is going to be after previous, duration is going to be 0.75. Now select the shape one more time. Double click so that we double click this animation painter so we can reuse the animation painter. So select this shape, this one, this one, this one, and we're just going to keep going till we select all of the shapes, this, and then finally this. I'm going to click on escape. So now that we've added animation, you can animate your text if you want to, but I already feel that there's too much going on the slide, so I don't want to become overwhelming. Let's now check out our slide transition and animation in the slideshow view. So I'm just going to start it and then we can see our slide and then those rectangles are going to come in one by one. And yeah, that is it for the title slide for our pitch deck template design. If you want to watch the other videos in this series where I create all of the other slides in this template, you can go ahead and check out the description box below to the link to the videos or the course playlist, or you could check out the video or playlist on screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.